Hi, I'm Chris Sell. I'm the president of the Reliant Robin Owners Club in North America. I'm so excited about today. I've been looking forward to it for ages. It's our annual rally. What a turnout we've had. I think everybody's just 3 hours late. Still, we can have a good time playing with ourselves. Okay, so we're no fancy big top-notch car show. Our budget for this whole production is 7 and 6. Maybe a couple of threepenny bits left over at the end. So this is what we're going to do today. We're starting our day in Queens up here, where I'm picking up my good friend Dave the cameraman. We're driving over to Times Square. We're driving down to the Village. We're driving to Brooklyn Heights. We're going all the way over here down to the Floyd Bennett field. And we're going back up to Queens again. That's probably about 50 miles in the day. And we're not going to roll this car once. This fine piece of British engineering, nothing has ever gone wrong with it. Apart from the starter motor, the alternator, ignition coil twice, put electronic ignition in, water pump, distributor, front suspension, the rear suspension, the wheel bearings, the brakes. The petrol tank rusted out, exhaust pipe fell off, both the back lights, fog lights still don't work. Apart from that, perfect. If there's one thing I can guarantee you, this is the only Reliant Robin on the roads in New York right now. I tell you what, if I was not a happily married man, I would have a lot of luck with the ladies in a car like this. There's one very clever design element to this car. There's a bar that runs right across the back of this seat, and there's not a chance in hell you'll fall asleep while driving. It's so bloody uncomfortable. In fact, when it rains, there's so many gaps in this car. It drips worse than the gaggle of grannies at the Barry Manilow concert. Hear that mighty engine roar. And think of a big block engine like a big arse Chevy with treble Weber carburetors, you know, that thirsty engine sucking in the air. You'll see that it sounds absolutely nothing like it. So I don't know why anybody would want to drive like an Audi S5. I mean, it's all right, it looks okay, it's a bit of a convertible thing going there, but why would you want to drive that when you can drive this? I mean, if you look at this, you can see the British pedigree in it, you can see the lines, the classic lines in this car. I mean, if you squint into the sunlight a little bit, you can see the same lines as you see in the classics like the Aston Martin and the Austin Healey. What do you think?
It's a f***ing Reliant Robin.
You know, some people expect to see an immaculate chromed engine under the bonnet here. You know, we're true. We're honest. We're not f***ing around with some poncy, shiny 5-litre engine that has 700 brake horsepower. We've got here an honest to goodness 850cc, 40 horsepower on a good day, British made engine. This, my friend, is British classic engineering at its best. It's hard to imagine how they could have built a car with a lesser degree of care than they built the Reliant Robin. Saying that, I'm fond of it. Kind of like your old uncle that gets drunk every Christmas and pisses himself on the couch. You're not quite sure why you like him, but you like him anyway. All right, and finally, folks, you know, you've heard how much I love and hate this car. I've got a few people I've got to thank for helping me make this video and for helping me make my Reliant dreams come true. Firstly, Dave Theisen, who's filming and editing your washing right now. Genius. Elvis Payne, the guru of the three-wheeler, who's written 2 fabulous books. Joe Mason from Reliant Spares in Worcestershire. He gets me all the performance parts. And Andre from New Millennium in Brooklyn. He's the guy that fixes the things I have no idea how they work in the first place. Thanks for watching. Buy yourself a three-wheeler. I promise you, you will regret it.
It's so hard sometimes. And sometimes it's so hard. It's so hard when you're scared. It's hard sometimes trying to be a geezer, a good lad, with pressures to get on in life and turn out like your dad, and getting a house, dog, kids, car, the whole kit and caboodle, and making out you can't cook apart from pot noodle, and treating ladies